welcome in. I just went, before I started, I went, because I was just shuffling for myself. Because shuffling is beautiful. A beautiful act of this world. Within this world. Of the world itself. And I was thinking, I'm gonna call this Endings for Empaths, I think. And as I, like, stopped, or just before I stopped shuffling, started the camera, I looked and it was the transition card. So let's read it. 43, transition. And also, like, a minute before starting, maybe less, and I looked at 44, so maybe like 44 seconds before, I got hit with like an overwhelming, I guess not overwhelming, just a degree of whelming of wanting to cry. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely fitting endings for empaths. Okay. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing. My throat went at that. I'm trying to think about which part. It went at me saying that I was feeling the feeling of people wanting to cry. So that coming up in the throat makes me think maybe it's like you're wanting to cry but it's not fully coming out. And I'm kind of splitting it to authority, but I'm noting that it's in reverse. The frequency of authority reminds us that some people, I just felt someone go like, why are you reading it if it's in reverse? I should be reading it this way. Loving and wise, receptive, yet shouldn't commas have like a sound? Like when we speak, yeah, look, I'm kind of splitting it to empowerment. That's just like a, yeah, that's an empowered thought. Commas should have a sound, like when you're speaking, instead of it being like a gap, it should be, you go, Okay, anyway, I'm gonna read it normally. I thought of that the other day too. Also, I think this is gonna be more of like a chilling thing. Maybe I'll do readings because, like piles, so you'll know in the description box if there's timestamps. But just for myself, I got out 4 crystals in front of me, and the way that I've noticed that I intuitively place them is like 2 on the left and 2 in the front, 2 on the right. There could be something about 2 in front of you and 2 behind. It's not behind, it's to the side. So it's making me think of, with this going with transitions, it seems to fit. Like you've put 2 things to the side. It's not quite behind you, but it's to the side. This is like transitions being something you haven't fully let go of, I presume. It's like in the corner of your eye still. Good song, but I have my laptop open too, so if I think of songs and can't fully think of them, I can search. Let's see what that is, because I thought of that in a reading the other day. Brain went to the song I had on. Corner of My Mind. Corner of My Mind by McFly. I love that song. But that kind of feels like maybe that's the opposite of what's going on, or maybe what you feel pulled into. I'm like seeing the main message, but I feel like it's not to go yet. And you may be feeling that, like you see the main thing, you see the path, and it, with me saying not just you see a message or the message, it's like you see the main message. It's like a clear road in front of you. It's not like a trail. It's obvious. But there's still that tug. There's still that thing that you're in the in-between somehow. You're still letting go. Yeah, essentially this feels like there's a path forwards and the side path is where we're focusing to get it to the behind path. was, oh yeah, the empowered card just came from me saying the comma thing, and then I was saying I have 4 crystals. Yeah, I have 4 crystals in front of me, so maybe I'll do those 4 piles. Ooh, remind me. Remind me. I am not charging my phone, but I don't want to charge it because I've been charging it all day because I was thinking I might end the channel now, I might not do more videos. And then I looked on my videos and I'm on 76 videos, so I was like, oh, it would be quite a nice like clean ending on 77. 77. Even though I really liked the last picker card and I was kind of like, I could end it on that, but I feel like, you know, transitions, endings for empaths kind of fits. I have also thought of ending the channel, or like I kind of did before, so who knows if this is gonna be a thing or not. Okay. I swear my throat was so clean like all day today because I've been singing. I've been happy. Okay. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives, so that we can learn to let go. Oh my god. We can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. Okay. Why is that split? I swear I didn't do that. That's kind of cool and freaky. I kind of want to show you my bed that it's on, but I won't. I'll hold it up. It's got butterfly on the back here. I knew that was there, but I thought that it was just in one place, and squirrel, but in reverse, which makes me think of putting the past in order. Yes, I feel like I will be liking to remind myself that I don't have to rush, or yeah, that's the message that's coming through right now, is taking things slowly is actually the speediest way, because it feels like if there is a main path forwards, it might be easy to attach to trying to walk it, as opposed to letting your grip go. Can you let a grip go? Not having a grip and allowing the tethers to make themselves known. Okay, so the main point of the reading, something about the selenite is talking to me, but this would have been pile 2 if I'm doing the piles. Or would it? Yes, it would have. I think I didn't finish my sentence of, no, that wasn't needed. Okay. Do we do piles? Let's get a song. Redo the shuffle. No Control by One Direction. It's from my All playlist with 2,986 songs. Oh, 177 hours and 12 minutes. I just went the oh because of the 77 again. Which goes down to 5, I believe. Okay, yeah. No Control makes me think of, first of all, releasing said grip, no control, not trying to control the situation. You may be feeling like you're trying to go in a direction, but the guidance is to let go. But you also might be feeling like you're tied to the past in a way that isn't really of your own control, isn't of your own choice, your own choosing, yeah. And why is it the selenite? I guess yeah, okay. This is what you're experiencing, I think. You're saying, why the sunlight? Like, why am I holding this? And the way to experiencing the truth of why you're holding it is to express the thing, is to go down the path of why, it's like you don't know why you're holding it, but you know that you picked up surrounding something. So it's experiencing that something in order to then naturally either not need to know and to be able to just let it go, or the understanding of it will come as you take a step forwards anyway, is what it feels like. And I feel so resistant to saying that, and I also feel like snapped. Some of you might feel quite broken with the thought of that. It's making me feel so clouded, like I had an idea, but then suddenly I can't put it into words, and I just dropped it twice. You might be feeling like you keep dropping it, but then you drop it and then you pick it back up again, and you kind of didn't even think about it. It just, maybe that's the no control again. It's like it happens. It's like you cut it and then the tether reignites, reconnects. Okay, now I want a card from, I have a piggy wig crawling on my little, I'm gonna call him a counter. Okay, I just asked, and we're not doing piles. Okay, I think this is just gonna be a talky video, because like picker cards aren't talky. Okay, healing at the back, also splitting. Okay, it doesn't really want to split. It's like you're trying to split something, but it doesn't really want to split, but that is the healing. And I want to note again, it's like I have the message. I had my own epiphany of letting go before this, which made me want to do the video. Yes. So I still have that main thing to share, and I've like kind of dingled into it already, but it's not time yet. I can't get at it. So there is a sense for you to just flow with where you're at now, what you are ready for. And I think maybe you go to extremes of attaching and then attaching to the other thing and jumping. And okay, now it's coming through. See, when I'm flowing with with wherever I'm at, that's when the flow is able to go. And that's when you'll know which way to go to. I've experienced lots, and this will probably resonate if you're watching this, because it feels like a pick a card in a sort of I don't know, just energetic resonance. It feels intentional, and there's something about that, because everything we experience is intentional anyway. It can't not be. Like we have to resonate to be able to see one another. But oh, I'm gonna turn my blanket down. I have an electric blanket on, but I'm getting hot. Everything is intentional. Yeah, every video you have to resonate with it to see it, but there feels like something of me saying that, but this is particularly intentional. There's a lot of tears I'm feeling. I don't know if they're like you're wanting to cry, or a lot of you are crying, or just that essence of like, this is difficult, this is, some of you, not what I wanted. Okay. I'm staring at the two cards that popped out, but I'm not getting anything from them because I'm still processing hearing this message. I'm still processing the old, the thing I was trying to say before. So I can't, it's not that I can't, it's like I might even be able to see the message here, but it wouldn't click. It wouldn't be right. Anyway, it's prosperity and third eye. Yeah, I'll put that to the side for now. The side right in front of me. It's the main road. Yeah, that's the message is literally prosperity and third eye. It's like you see prosperousness. You see where your prosperity is at. You see why you're letting go. There's so much darkness in the side of this. It's like you see your light. It's crystal clear to you. My piggy wig again. He's gone round in a circle. Now he's going down. What was I saying before? Suddenly I'm sensing a lot of things, or hearing there's lots going on. It's like it's in the distance, but I hear it and I feel it. And with this being for empaths, that's leading to the main point, which is the difficulty I have personally experienced with letting goes and moving on isn't that I don't see what brings me happiness. It's not that I don't feel personally, it's not that I lose my sight. It's not that I actually change what I'm seeing. It's just that when your own energy shifts, other people's energies react to that and you sense that. So for me, the kind of epiphany thing I realized was a lot of my back and forths of like, wait, maybe I do go back, is actually like I've let go of them, but then I let go of them then, and I usually feel really good then, and I'm in my own energy and I'm like, ah, the bliss of oneself. Or the bliss of like, yeah, we'll just say that, oneself. Future energies too, the bliss of movement forwards, of letting go of that drain. But then because of that complete shift in my energy, those I've let go of sense that, and then they respond, and because I'm no longer focused on them, and for me I come from like the others usually being very narcissistic, so they feel really good when the energy is all on them. So like when I'm hung up on them, they feel satiated because my energy is on them still. And then when I'm movement forwards in my own energy, not giving, that's when it's like they feel like they need to make a shift in order to get that energy. So then they become, oh, this isn't really fully making sense in my mind again, but I'm gonna say it and just see if it makes sense, I guess. Then it's like once my energy's off them onto myself, then they can look at me, then they have hope, then they want something with me. It's like when my energy is on them, they don't look at me, but when I look at myself or look forwards, then they look at me. So then I feel their response of like them looking at me, and I'm like, oh, if I look back and see them, there's a connection, there's that love, there's that you're giving to me, and like I know I can give to you. So there's that hope that I have then of like, oh my god, the person that I love, I can be with them, like we could be moving together, that could be the future. So then I find it, even if like I don't fully go there with my mind, because I may have in the past, but like over time when I sense that, I'm like, oh, this again. It varies anyway. What I realized was, oh, a big part of my back and forth or just like not being able, feeling like I can't let go, comes from me empathically feeling their love for me, their connection to me, their hope. It's like I don't just feel the energy they're in, but I often, or like I'll see what they're seeing. So it's like imagining what could be. I'll go into like imagining, like daydreaming, and it was with the realization that those weren't mine. It's not to say that I don't daydream at all, but it's like it only felt good to daydream. Okay, here's what I'll say. It's like I would daydream, like when they would daydream, that it was their daydreams that I was in. Not always completely, but it's that shared essence of like, I want to say hope. Yeah, good enough. Hope. I need direction. I feel like I'm dwindling on a thing, and that's kind of the feeling. It's like that would be great if they would actually meet me, but it's still either an essence of them still not taking steps forwards, or them not taking the right steps forwards, not forwards in the direction that I want to be in. Is that it? Why am I getting this deck too? I was playing with... Yeah, let's not use that deck. I love him, but I want to use my other one, which is like a random squaggles deck. These are more intentional. More cohesive. Yeah, that's better. More cohesive. Piggy Wig has done the full circle now. So you may feel like it's easy for you to get to your forward step. It's easy for you to make the cycle, but then it somehow feels like you start going back, and it's like no, and then you make it back again because you've done that cycle. You can do it easily, and then obviously if you go back, you just, when you get to that point of feeling like, oh yeah, this isn't working, then you realize you have to go back again. But I think the main point of realizing that it's okay to not just end the cycle, but to fully move on onto the next cycle, comes from recognizing that a lot of the not treachery that word has been coming up a lot lately, or like 3 times. Squongles, a lot of the my laptop died. The unsureness. A lot of the unsureness comes from not your own unsureness, but you picking up on a change in the energy of those that you're connected to, because you've reached the end of your cycle. You're about to step onto the new one. One sec, my laptop. Yeah, and it's 7:45, not 44. It's the one after the cool one. It's like the beginning. It's like once you've stepped into the new, that's so felt. And it is just like you become so much more of a draw. You become more desired because you feel so full. It's like your energy is so there, so not drained. I want to say I'm losing my way. So yeah, when you lose your way, when you can't fully step into the new cycle, it's likely coming not from your ability to, because we already saw that with that road ahead, it's like you can see where you're going. You've already come to the same epiphany, but you feel called back because it's their energy that is feeling that. It's not actually your energy of wanting, it's not your energy of clinging. It's their energy of clinging. And it could be that when you then feel that like clinginess as connection, when you feel that, and then you look back and you cling again, then maybe they release. And my brain keeps going like in sparks, so I feel like that's happening for you. It's like 0 to 100, 0 to 100. Okay, let's see if any of these cards want to come out. It's frustrating me. I feel like you're frustrated because you feel like you can do it, but you feel like you're being dragged back. Okay, this is the card. I love it here because it fits, but I was like flipping through my deck and seeing like, oh, I haven't used like any of, or like I haven't used like half of these on the channel, and I really wanted to, but I was also still feeling the feeling of I've completed my dues here. Can you see it? Anyway, I've used this one before, but it just does feel like newness. Feels like I'd ordinarily look at this like an egg, but I don't see it like that this time. Brewing. It's like the future really is already set in stone. Take those words as you will. And it really is just the letting go that is keeping that future from being experienced. It's not like the creation in front of you is still needing to process. It's completely, which is what I usually think, but it's not always the case. I think I've just experienced no, it's both. Okay, don't need to go there at least. Yeah, past is where the tweaking is at. This was the back of the deck. I think I've also shown this like once, and he wasn't one of my favorite guys in this guy and this deck anyway. Why am I saying that? It feels like it feels like you're being called to taste it one last time. And I'm calling that. And I'm calling that. That could be something significant. I'm calling that. Okay, it sounds like it's saying, like I'm saying that. Like I'm calling it, I'm naming it, I'm deciding that. So some of you might find it useful to decide. I feel the lingering. And this is probably my own lingering too. Because I have but I'll finish the sentence first. To really decide, like, this is it. And see what emotions come up when you decide that. Instead of, because for me at least, I often leave things more open because I always like to flow with where I feel in the moment, Like, I don't know the future, so I'm not gonna decide on what the future is already, even though I like to see the future, but um, I don't like to I don't like to fixate on it needing to be any one way that I see, even if I do like to peer into it. But yeah, I have a card that I made today. The light isn't working very much, but it says "My Life," and it's basically drawing in all my energy back to myself and denoting that it's my life, it's not anyone else's. Yeah, I'll say that. But I want to put things on the white part, and I usually do a card in one sitting, but like this reading seems to be about like not just empathic endings like that are in one job lot or one clean lot, like one like it's ended, that's it, but in like an it's ending right, it's ended, oh we're going back, oh no, yes, right. Yeah, fits this because I didn't do it in one sitting, and I still haven't got the energy. Like I've seen the energy, experienced the energy earlier of what will go on the side, but I got brought back out of it again, so it's like I can't draw it until I have the energy of it. So yeah, that was to do with the energy I was picking up from you, and then relating to that to also being like, that's, I'm feeling both of us, everyone's, like I'm included in this. Okay, yeah, so deciding on a finality, that's what I was saying. I guess that could be, so I was looking at this being like the main one, and then thinking I will look at the back of the deck again, and I had said that I hadn't liked this one, so along that lines. It looks like a bat hugging something. It does kind of make me think of like a quote-unquote energy vampire, and then like sucking all the juice in, and there's a heart there, so it's like it grasping at the heart. Okay, I thought this was gonna be such a nice clean video. Again, you might have thought that the ending was gonna be easier than it was, or the endings, depending on what you're dealing with. But yeah, I'm not. It's not flowing easily, but that's okay. I felt drawn to. Oh, spider. The things in my room are changing. Like there's a fly coming the other day. The gnats seem to be going away. That kind of rhymed too. Kind of. Well, I think it did rhyme. Spiders are coming more out. There was another guy that I think I accidentally brought in from being outside, but he was like a new kind of bug. I can't remember what it was. I can see it, but I don't know the name of it. And the piggy wig came in today. Or like it was making me think maybe piggy wigs like are dormant in winter, and now they're coming out. And sheep came into the field right beside me like 2 days ago or 1 day ago. Good stuff. Yeah, I wanted to talk about some. Okay, I think I just got shown something of my past to talk about, but then it was actually only just to get me to say the bitty part. So yeah, you might be feeling like, I'm even feeling something on my face. So there's something more about the bugs appearing in the rooms. Okay. It's like you're seeing all the new life in front of you. You're seeing all that could be or is becoming. You're seeing the energetic shifts. It's making me want to cry how, or I'm feeling like because this isn't mine, this is yours. And I think that's, again, another important message, to recognize that so much of the difficulty in letting go isn't because you actually find it difficult to let go, but because you're feeling other people's difficulty in letting you go. And that's not to say that you don't find it difficult, but I think that you might, or at least my personal experience is like, I'm not being drawn to say it like that. Okay, you might be feeling like you are able to make the decision, and even if it's hard, you can do it and you can move forward, and you can recognize that actually your prosperity, your love is elsewhere, and it's like a clean release, and you feel that the catharsis of it. But then it's like you feel the heart pull, you feel like your whole aura is being drawn back to them, or to it, depending on what this is a transition for you, ending of. Like you want to fall back into it. And it's not even about trying to change that, but it's simply bringing your awareness to that, and the awareness that that's actually because of their pull of you, that essentially the past liked having you there. I think you might feel far more, yeah, now I'm starting to get that life card imagery. I think you can sense the clean and the okayness that you feel being without this. You feel at peace with that. You might feel very connected to the soul, or the higher selves, I guess I'll say, or the different expressions of relating to your past in a way that it feels like you're not really cutting off from them. It just feels like you're releasing that part of them that is clinging, the part of them that isn't that pure love that you have with soul connections, that you have with the higher selves, and purity, I want to say. And then I wanted to say, I want to find more words for purity. I don't actually feel that, but I wanted to say that here. Which I think is just the essence you have of like, I'm ready for more. I can open myself up to more and have that be like an exploration of all that is. There's a sense that you don't feel tied to what you already have experienced. You feel like you can look forward. You feel like you could be happy with what you see in front of you. Or in fact that you actually feel far more happier with what you see in front of you. Far more happier. And that cling is just simply them experiencing that okayness that you have. And the reason why you feel attached to that is let me get an animal card for this. There are many perspectives that I could give like, do we go into why for the like childhood, for like how you connect to love, how you connect to what is okay for you, what is safe for you, or do we go into the more how to move forwards perspective of why? And interesting that I didn't actually feel like saying the things themselves, but I felt like explaining the idea of the things themselves, which feels like it's probably the answer to that. Because I also feel like there are lots of different situations, so I feel that a lot in my picker cards, and I realised that a part of the reason why I don't give specifics is actually because I think that there are like a lot of different situations that I'm picking up on, and so I feel very called to give a more abstract idea for it to pinpoint the root of all that comes outside. So everyone's specific, all the different people's specific experiences that all relate to the words I'm particularly choosing to say. It's why I so often feel like I get very much pushed into like a deliberate thing to say. So why is that coming through? You might feel like that in your own life. Like, I heard like there's a lot riding on your shoulders. You may feel like you're not only choosing your decisions for yourself, but also those involved, but more than that, an entire collective of those experiencing similar pathways as you. It's like, it's not even just the similar pathways as you, like a leader energy of being able to have that energetic example, an energetic imprint that this is something available, like seeing that path of clarity. But I think also I'm being cut off from it. I can't see it again. I can, but it's not wanting to come through. But I'm being drawn to the heart and the healing card that's here. And below that is throat chakra. You may feel like you understand the effect that your words can have, and you may really feel like you don't always speak to the minds of those that you speak to, but you're speaking to their ancestry, their future selves even. Like you're speaking to the them that will understand your words, or you're speaking to a part of them that doesn't fully understand. And in that, it's that recognition that they don't fully get why something has to be, or they don't want to accept what seems to be. Yeah, there's no awareness of like recognizing what is, because I didn't feel like putting a label then. I just felt like to be. So it feels like you do have this higher understanding of what is. You understand why something has to be, why you're acting the way you are, why you're letting go of something, why you're not staying clung. You understand why. You feel that draw, why. And it feels like something that will help you let go is to understand that they don't have that they're not in tune with that collaboration of what is best for us both. Where do we expand? What is lightest? What is most truthful? What is available? Yeah, and really honing in on that word available, I'm seeing like a turquoisey aquamarine sphere. And I kind of saw it more as a circle, but then I got heavily told or heavily imprinted within me the knowing that it was a sphere. And I think the reason why I wanted to express that is because it's not a sphere. It's a shape that I can't comprehend. I just got shown the Miracles card in this deck, which is interesting to be shown that and not gifted it. And that I used the word gifted, and also that I'm saying used it is like a double back. Used is like it's in the past, but used it is like it's in the past, but it's being repeated. It's still being played out in some sense. I heard nonsense then. Okay, I'm gonna do some sound because there's so much energy here, and I also feel, okay, yeah, the way I'm feeling is like I'm feeling so stuffed in from all the energy. That might be how you're feeling right now. Like you want to be in that lightness. But you might be subconsciously asking permission for that, asking permission for them to let you go, asking permission to claim that lightness. Like, hey, either come with me or tell me I can go. But they might not be coming with you and not telling you can go either, telling you can go either. Yeah, I didn't actually need to do the sound. I just needed to express the, so it's been stuffed in and then that message. Yeah, I feel so much here, it's like I don't need cards right now because the energy is so apparent. And that message is really for you of, you don't need to get any more answers because everything is already crystal clear. When you move to take that step forwards, that big cling that you have to not doing that isn't yours. It's theirs. What's that? So this all comes down to being able to be your own authority, being able to choose that it's your life. To me, it gives a small sense of being able to choose to make a mistake. Because it kind of feels like making the mistake is still leading you to happiness. So it's like it would actually only be a mistake in someone else's eyes, or it's like you'd actually be happy though. So how is it a mistake? Or it's like a feeling of like, am I really allowed to choose this? It's the feeling of like straying so far and having been told in childhood you're not allowed to go that far away from me. Some of you may have felt now or after that a sense of, okay, now what? Or now the cards. But there's no need to work out more. That's it. That's the answer. That you can choose that. And I'm finding myself noticing how much I'm like looking around, or not really, it feels like not really being here. I feel like I wouldn't always be like that. And I think that's coming from a sense of, at least in part, I think this isn't actually true, but I'm going to start saying it. But that was the message again. Because immediately when I said that, I saw that relating to that. Going outside of your comfort zone, going outside of what you think is allowed. It feels like going into the playground. Or, no, it feels like when you're a child, you were let off the leash inside a playground and told you can't leave this playground, or you're not allowed to leave this playground. And as a child, you literally internalize that as like, there's literally a border, I cannot leave this playground. And I'm not saying this is always true for every exact example, but I'm just giving this example. And then it feels like this is the realization of, wait, I can. I can open this gate. It's like, I don't die when I step outside of it. What? Yeah. So much can be birthed from this place. And I want to say something about how it's so dark right now. And yet there's noises around me of people being awake. It's not that late, it's 8:15. But it still feels weird. It feels like it should be quiet at this time. And it's pretty quiet, but the message is that it's loud. Why is it loud at a time like this? And the image I just got then was like a sense that closing the gate should be a quiet thing. Letting go should be like a clean navigating. But instead it creates so much chaos. I'm gonna get one of these cards. Although I have songs playing in my head, so maybe I'll get some music. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? And that was from the chicken, my chicken animal card making its way through. That just makes me think of like someone who was previously lacking action, lacking courage, being very assertive and being like, where did that come from? So again, that feels like it could be a sense of like, it's still, but then as soon as it's still, and that's why you choose to let go. And then when you do let go, then it gets like, then they start making all this noise. Either maybe literally for you, or maybe just energetically you feel that. It's like it's light in the past again. So you question if that is your future. Some of you might also have a very long vision. Like your third eye is not seeing something that is like just about to happen, it's seeing something so far in the future. It could be that you're seeing what you might identify as like future lifetimes. So there's a call not to cling to what you know will happen, but to cling to what you know in the moment is the path, what feels aligned right now, not necessarily with what you see. We have transition. And resonance. We are the same. We're the same. Do I speak about that here? No. I think that's something that may never get fully expressed. I love how messages come through like that. It's always like in the, well, not always, but I'm gonna say the fun thing that often happens is like as I'm saying it, it feels like I'm going off track and I'm saying just like my own thing. But then immediately after or like during, I'm like, oh, this fits exactly with the energy that I'm that I'm channeling or experiencing in front of me. What did I actually say? Maybe I don't need to interpret it, maybe it was obvious. Blank! Ah! You're blank, blanker. I feel like that's kind of saying maybe that's it. It's already been 56 minutes and 58 seconds, 59 seconds, 57. Purple moons. Yeah, I suddenly feel like that might be it. Have you done it? I kind of want a bye-bye message from my bird deck, which is interesting. I'm getting more heard familiar. see these messages coming through again. I'm getting more familiar with my bird deck. Woo! We have Marsh Tit. Ah, it's one of my favourite guys. I'm getting more familiar with one of my favourite guys. And we have Long-tailed Tit, who was like trying not to show itself. That feels like the empath, the like over nurturing, which feels like it's like becoming less, like that's less of a grip now, that's less of a resonance now, because it's not even a feeling like it didn't want to show itself. You could take that if that really resonated with you with the past energy, but more so that felt like you, in that it's not something that, it's not your nature anymore. It's in your nature to be more aligned with that which you already know is aligned. And I guess a strong sense of not second guessing, not doubting. It's like when you do the circle that you can always find, feeling that solidity in doing the circle, not having the self-doubt of wavering from that over-giving. And final card, after sharing not at the back, who is that? That's a robin. I wanted to say like that's a bird eye. That's a bird eye. That's not. I love him. Love them. So poor. Final. Did we show him? No. Okay. I got a strong no, but this is just the message. It's not actually saying to do it. Strong no towards these two, which often to me feel like past energy, like partnerships of any kind, whether that be like partners outside of yourself or partners to do with you, collaborations to within you, of the past. And that was also like I got told for that it was no. And then the yes is a collared dove. I want to say with this, a rare species. I love the eyes in all of this. And I like that I said this. It's like it's not in all of those. It's not a specific eyes, but it completely is. And I feel like that message is hard to understand. That message doesn't need to be understood. But it's felt. Yeah. It might not be... I don't even need to repeat it. And I like that. Being like a future... This is like the future card, and then it's literally saying it's not needing to be repeated. The future is not the past repeated. Aww. The final deck cut that I did was Puffin. And this is the cutest Puffin card. There's another Puffin card in this. This is the only... Okay, that's what's coming through. This is the only... Aww. What I was actually trying to get out, which I still want to say for my personal expression, not just for channeled words. There's another... here he is. There's another Puffin card in this deck with 3 puffins, which is a very cute card to get in other circumstances, but I don't know, here I love that we got the cute couple puffin, because it's that close connection. I loved being a puffin. I love that feeling of the beaks and scraping of the beaks for that like sharing the love through that. It's like I could feel the knocking on the beak. It like has a reverberation of love throughout the body. Cool. Did I turn this electric blanket off? It's on 3. It's very low. Okay. Yeah, so you might be questioning like, okay, did I really turn it off? Did I really? Blue. That feels like a weird sort of cleansing. So there's a sense here that... Oh, and another one that came through. Okay, so with that, it's like, initially, you'll feel like it's cleansed. You'll know, you'll have a sense for it, but you might still question because the surrounding might not feel complete. It might feel... It's like it feels fresh. You feel fresh, but there's still a sense of like a darkness surrounding it. Did I say surrounding it? Surrounding it. Around it. And then it's like when you lean into and trust that, and it's less trust, it's more just choosing that is the truth, that cleansedness, that newness, then like immediately after a full throttle, like not just drops of blue but an entire ocean of freshness and being all out in the open comes through. Yeah, it wants to be noted that it's like it's seen in the outside then. I don't know why I got like then creating art about it. It's like this felt like then a looking back at all you've come to. A looking back. Yeah, it's like then it feels like that release, and it's like you really see it for what it is. That's when you might have the epiphany surrounding what you really experienced, or you might just come to more steadiness in everything that was involved in this ending. Okay, I'm hearing was wish. I heard let them question it. Yeah, I'm gonna not add to that. For those of you that that's for, you'll know. Okay. Final card. I was just thinking like whether this would be the final card of the channel of Weaver of Wales on YouTube, or and then I was thinking, oh, you know, I might just come back tomorrow, so who knows? Me, I know. Maybe it's not the final card, but maybe it's the final card of this deck. Now it wants to come out. Oh, love that. Love that. Saw it, then it flopped over and rolled over the bed. And we've got Horse with Freedom and Turtle Wanted Show, as well as Authentic. And Regeneration. Penguin and Lizard and Horse. Yeah, things feel so in motion now. And like there's a lot to take in. So, Lion, higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. I feel like enough said. It feels perfect. I was being drawn to buy, like that, the single word buy, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, like buy on an endings video, in case it had to be said. Those words too could hit for you. In case it had to be said. Yeah, that's it. It's simple. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. It's like you got what you needed when you heard this. You feel from this, and it's not something that needs to be questioned. It's like you feel it in your blood. Not in your bones, the blood. Oh no, the blood feels juicier. Or more feeling. Like bones right now, it feels like you'd have to like really go in. But blood is like it fills you. Okay, I put that to the side. Here's my... Have I created telekinesis powers yet? One moment. No. It's fine, it'll be a journey. Runes. I want a rune. It sounded like I want a room. And also like I want a room. Which I wouldn't usually fit in with lion, higher calling, what I was feeling then, it's like I don't, this, ooh, interesting. Okay, so I'm feeling an energy here which is more of like Sagittarian or Aquarian, like give me space, give me expansion. But the lion doesn't feel like that. The lion feels more contained, more like it is already filled, it like it has a place to fill and it fills it. Something about the mane too. Oh, now I'm hearing mane as in M-A-I-N. So there's a sense of the mane, like primary energy. Oh no, they're not primates. the primal primary main energy is, oh damn, I saw one, it was 111 like 03, and now I'm like fixated 11111. And that feels like something you experienced because of that, like walking forwards. It's like you could already see that it was about to be coming the 11111, but there was like a waiting period and then it becomes it. And now I'm being really drawn to the word success, by your side. Bear. I don't have a sheepy card yet, but it is drawing me to my own animal deck. Oh yeah, we'll move forwards. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The primary energy is that sense of fullness, and then it's like the side energy is like the ability to go anywhere, the expansive energy. It's like air all around you, but it's all around you. You still have somewhat of like a containment, and you can take that to represent lots of different aspects of life or aspects of yourself, or just taking it more plainly or not. Okay, we have Orthala, I believe. Then we have Algies. I know. I don't know anything though. Then we have Hagalaz, I ponder. And then we have Awaz. I think this one is Awaz. I feel like Awaz is the Yggdrasil one. This is the horse and rider one. And I could look it up, but I'm not going to. And that's the final one, so it does feel like it feels like a cluster of, okay, it can be mirrored. It's like, okay, so there's like a mirroring going on from, it's like where you've come from, a protecting of where you've come from, and the destruction of that, and then it goes to what you're like, that's the past, what you've let go of, and then there's a mirroring of that going to happen. Not to say that it's the same, but it's the opposite, so I don't know if you'd call that mirroring or not. I think I would. It's just like it depends on what the center of the mirror is, whether you'd call something mirroring, and this case it is. That's what I'm going to say. And this time it's like that, it's the opposite of your roots. It's like the leaves, the fruit of your roots. It feels so simple. I have a cool energy for it, but I don't actually have the energy for it, which could be to do with what it is. It's like seeds. I don't get it. Humpback whale singer. Yeah, it feels a bit elusive too, but also like wise and ancestry. Anyway, so it's it's because that, okay, because it's mirrored, I was seeing it all wrong. because it's mirrored, that would be last. Okay, yes, because that's then the fruitfulness. That's the energy I was picking up, but I was like, where's that going now? So it goes roots to the protection from that, and the protection, we carry on with protection of that, and the destruction, the chaos that comes from setting boundaries to do with the past. And then on the flip side is then it continues to be the chaos, but this time it's with a cleansing awareness of all that is being destroyed. And then Algi's next part is like the wisdom that comes from really seeing the truth of the past, and then that births the not fertility, the final countdown, the final closure. It denotes it's like the legacy, it's like the roots that you leave behind. Yeah, the roots that you leave behind. And then that's like, why is this so complicated? That might be what you're feeling. Like, why? You might be in the like second Hagalas. So the way I was seeing this was like, I don't know which way forwards this is gonna be. I don't even care. I'm not gonna go over that again. And then finalizing it with the Awaz. I feel like the only reason why I did all that random gobbledygook, which was not random gobbledygook, but maybe that's how you're feeling about your past. Like, the only reason I did any of that was partnership, was true support. It's all created from the foggle bloggle blinky blonks, a sense of real camaraderie, a sense of real united connection that is two-sided. Yeah. And I'm looking over at the horse and seeing is progressive too. It creates momentum from it being two energies that are working together, not causing more grief or more pain. It's two energies that are supporting the overall energies of one another and together. Blimey, those words were hard. It's not even that the words were hard, it was like, that was just a mess. So again, that might be how you feel now, but I'm feeling more like that was just what you will feel looking back, like, what even was that? Like, that was a bit crazy. Like, did it have to be so, like, cloudy or noisy feeling? Yeah, you might feel a bit of a sense of like extreme stillness, extreme listening, because it's like, whoa, my ears had been jumbled in for so long, and then suddenly it's like it's clear. It's like you can live again. Okay, that's the runes done. And I heard that's the ruins done. We're done with the ruins. We're done with them. Lula. Lila. Let's use my animals. What if we go through all of my decks? Like a card from each. I doubt it. My eyes are starting to awaken again. maybe. But I feel both. I feel a bit like I was really tired during that later part, and that now I feel refreshed, reawakened, but also now like I think I could have a really restful nice night's sleep. Yeah, it's a feeling of like, oh yeah, my bones are the bones are relaxed. That's why like it was needing to be the blood that was like excited, or whatever thing that I said they were earlier, because the bones are asleep, so we had to give it to the blood. Blood and bones. Not on my blood and bones. Not on them, but with them. Well, that Raven is at the back. Fits. Raven do be liking my blood and bones. Slug. I like that I'm also going through the cards, like using the camera that, and with lighting that's like you can't really see them. Slug. Yeah, it's about the intention. I don't want to use that word, but I was told to use it, and I listened. Not begrudgingly, actually. Because sometimes it's nice to be told and to listen, because you recognise that it's still your choice to listen. And it felt like that mirroring opposite energy of like the roots was that you have to stay and you have to listen, but then the fruit, the opposite, the mirror of that is actually you are told, but it's a choice to listen. It's not needing to listen. It's a feeling of having that support that you can listen and you're not alone. It's that collaborative energy of the Ewas, the horse and rider. Because it's no longer one-sided listening, that's all that needs to be said. Weird. But slug. I feel like a strong message that wants to come through for here is like, it's like a return to the basics, in a sense that there was never anything wrong with the old way of doing things, or there was never anything wrong. It was just a shift in perspective. Some of you might take that to be, there was never any like cord like pulling you backwards. There was never like a sense of divine timing in one way. It was always just a choice to see the truth. That hit for some, but if it didn't, then just let it like really slowly slide by, so that you're like still questioning whether it was for you or not. Yeah, it's like a bed. It's like a bed to lean on for sleep. That thing I said earlier of like being told to say that word that I didn't fully want to say, but it's not like I didn't want to say it, it's just, I don't know. I just didn't particularly feel like it was a good word, but I could recognize that I couldn't see the full picture, and I could recognize that even if I didn't think it fit the energy, I could hear the knowing of others that knew more than me, who knew the kind of impact that it could have. And the feeling of being able to listen to someone who knows more, or that what words do I use? any words. The feeling of being able to listen, having someone that you trust to listen to. Yeah, that's the feeling. It's the feeling of not being the one at the top, not being the one that has to follow their instincts despite what others are saying, because you trust your gut, your calling more than theirs. It's having those others that you trust their callings, you trust their gut, you trust that they are living through an expanded vision of love. So you trust them because you know that they know the way of love, and that's the way you want. So of course you hand yourself to them. Yeah, this feels like choosing to not hand yourself to those who you recognize unable to handle love, and choosing to only hand yourself to those who choose love for everyone. Slug wants to make himself known, I tell you that. And for a moment then I looked up and saw myself as an old slug. That's what I'll say. And I'm hearing, and I had become myself. It's like that's what I had wanted. That feeling of knowing myself. That feeling of it feels like a feeling of being outside. But only take that if you feel it. At least that's my perspective. Feel free to take it, or feel paying. What's the opposite of freeing? Feel controlled to take it. I'm going into like a dilly spilly milly energy now. I'm tired. It's 10 to 9. It's getting to be bedtime. Jellyfish. I'm just a jellyfish floating, ready for music and bed. I feel like I could listen to like surprisingly energetic music right now though. Links. Sleeper of Secrets. It's usually called, or it can be known as Keeper of Secrets. But I said Sleeper of Secrets, and that's very funny. Laugh. I was just saying that to myself. I'm the one that I'm speaking to right now. See, that's what that was. Okay. That's the command, that it's like, you know, you obviously know that you don't have to laugh, but it's like if you recognize the one saying it as with loving intention, then it's like you can choose to laugh if that feels good to fall into their claws of manipulation. Yeah. The decision to be with another, listening to another, with your guards down, but with the knowing that it's your choice that the guards remain down, and that you're doing that because you feel safe. You're doing that because you trust. I don't even want to say the word trust there. I want to say the word sense. Or no. It's like I'm not trying to say that it's like you're pinning it on like a hopeful idea. It's like I guess that third eye of like using your sixth sense, using your body's knowing. Let's get a card. Flop. I also don't really want to talk about it because it doesn't feel necessary. Yeah, that's it. It's like when... I can't even word that. When you don't have to talk about it because there's such a fluid exchange. The feeling of not needing to question. I was going like that because I kind of felt like... Okay, that goes with the message. I kind of felt like I was doing that with you. That to like say that noise that I just heard that came from over there felt like it was confirming what I was just thinking in my mind, and I was kind of thinking that you could hear what was in my mind, and I was going to hear that confirmation noise for what I'm about to say. And now I don't remember what I was actually going to say. It was something of the lens of when you don't need to question. I feel like I'm not really hitting the point on that, but yeah, this emergence card is just speaking to being in the inner child. And I cut then back to third eye, which is that sense of, it's like it's easy to recognize. Do I say that? Yeah, I'll say it. It's easy to recognize when you're able to be your inner child with someone, when you see the inner child in someone else, when you feel that joint exchange of inner children, that innocence, that freedom, that letting go and not, or I guess I want to say not letting go, that sense of openness, not pinning people into categories, or not trying to get a certain outcome out of, like not trying to get a one-sided outcome, or it's like you can, why am I even saying this, because this isn't like that, something's not clicking here. Because again, the message again is just like, it's simple. Safety is simple. You can feel it. Because again, there's no question. When you have to really question, that's when you can continue to question. I don't want to end there though, that felt so wonky. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. My life. I'm just reading that card again. And I'm really curious because it looks like the my has an E at the end. Ooh, I wonder if I'll think of a word that means. I had like a whole thing to say then, but I didn't say it, and I just said something small instead. I heard something like want some more. Now I feel like being like a manted being and like, do you want to come through? This is like really eager manted being who wants to come through. Okay. I haven't that's cool. Okay. I haven't channeled like this for a while. This is bringing back to more old days. I like kind of have like dibble dabble, but not, I don't know, it just feels a bit more like olden days. Gotta love it. Yeah, it's that feeling of like the past something that you once were more in flow with, but then all that like mess like took you out, and then that inner child, when it feels safe, it can come out once again. So I think that's a strong message why this is coming through. The manted being was just like, no, excuse me. I feel nervous. I feel more aware of myself than I sometimes do. It's because it feels so special, and I don't. It's like it feels so special, and I don't want to mess it up. So that is a message for you. Because in your energy, I'm in a state of being where I can very much go in many different directions. So I particularly feel that because I'm feeling very on edge. It's not even like a really bad way. Even it's just like an I love this. I love this being, this guy. Such a friend, such a lover, such a connection. I'm like bringing him through into my aura. I haven't done this consciously before. It's like I could full throttle go in, but instead I'm like really enjoying it, like slow, like it's not even slowly, it's just like I can recognize all the energy that he is. So it's just like I'm getting to really enjoy the process of feeling him more and more within my field. This feels good. So many visuals. Visuals are like my lifeblood. That's a good song. Is it called Lifeblood? It can't be called Lifeblood. You are my lifeblood. Yeah, it is called Lifeblood, right? It's by Voila. I was like playing that song in my head. And it gets to a point where he's just integrated. Oh, that makes me want to cry. It's a feeling of, he just said something something along the lines of, I had said, like, I was like preparing myself. It was like I was going tense, like, okay, is it time for me to do it now? And then he said, like, you know, it was like a feeling, or he said the words though of like, this is it, like you're already doing it, or it was basically a feeling of like I was waiting till there was like a threshold, or like a snap into place, but and that had made me feel like afraid of that. But instead it was just like a just a so holding feeling of, no, like it just flows. I'm just here. I think the feeling of that is like, I'm not asking anything out of you. I'm not asking you to do anything uncomfortable. I'm not asking you to push yourself. Like, I love you, I'm here. And it's not in like a way where he feels super giving towards me and like, I don't know, like a sole focus or something. It's just like an unclouded, unquestioning connection of, we love each other. Right now we're sharing an experience together and we can just lean on each other. It's nothing complicated, it just is. Yeah, oh my god. This is such a feeling of, I thought I was gonna have to do something that I didn't want to do. I thought I was gonna have to push myself and like be courageous. Oh, I love this feeling. It's really like, in order for me to do the most aligned thing, like for loads of my life, I've had to be courageous. I've had to like push myself. And then this just feels like a feeling of, finally, I don't have to do that. Like, there's no, it's like, I can, like, I know I can be however courageous I need to be for any given thing, but this is like, no, you don't have to jump, because there's no gap. Like, we're here. It's like he's not asking, again, he's not asking me to be more than I am. I think that's the perfect thing to end this on. I'm not being asked to be anything more than me.